It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, this defense for the Panthers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Hill. Tries the left side and finds Olave. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned last year they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed and the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
He's got him in. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was a touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hill looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Hill on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Corral with it. 1st down here.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 76 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Switching it up. Corral going to throw here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Third and goal. Here's Corral.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Again, it's Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Hill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And I don't think any of us are surprised when we see Matt Corral make throws like this because he earned a reputation out of school for challenging defenses at every opportunity, and he has more than enough arm to do so. Quarterback situation, Carolina is a bit murky, and they gambled on his upside, knowing he could be starting games as a rookie.
Corral with it on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Throwing on second and long. Corral. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action here. Corral. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. On third down, Corral. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hill now to throw. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Hubbard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Throwing here, Corral. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Corral.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Off of play action, Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Hill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Hill. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A final shot before the half for Corral. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Back to throw, Corral.
There's Trent. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Inside the 20. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll start out here with the option left. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. On second down, Kamara. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Corral. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He took Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the play fake, Corral. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Corral here, working from the gun.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter from Charlotte. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Back to throw, Corral.
He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, Corral.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Play action, Corral.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Corral looking to throw.
Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We have played 3 quarters. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Hill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He finds his man Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too. Maybe the best outcome possible, an incomplete pass, because they had that wide receiver screen sniffed out very, very well. No chance of really getting that one completed, didn't you think?
Yeah, but he's still a little front, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Corral under pressure, and down he goes. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Corral on second down.
And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Corral.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Fourth down, here's Corral.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll be first down Panthers.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral
going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Corral to throw once again.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Corral. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Corral. Flush to his right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Corral. That caught by Trimble. And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Corral to throw. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And this will be a 1st down as well, but the clock continues to move. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Corral. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Does he have the distance? He does! It's good! My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Panthers have won the football game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was